Hello, and here I am again at Imagine Books today, and I'm at the another author signing session, and I'm talking to Shelagh Mazey about a book, Brandy Row. How did you actually come to write the book, Brandy Row?
Well, it was inspired by my father's stories, really. I was told years ago, when I was young, of a relation of mine who was walking along the Chesil beach, and she had smuggled goods in the folds in her petticoats.
Right.
And she was asked, because the preventive officer was coming, or the customs man, she was expected to curtsy, and she was frightened of the chinking of the bottles on the pebbles, and that just set up an image which kind of made me want to write about that era, and so I set about researching it.
Is there a heroine?
Yes, yes, it is a romantic novel, but it's based on the smuggling stories, and it's set around the history of Portland at that time. So it leads up to the building of the breakwater and the building of the ferry bridge, and that's involved in the storylines.
From when? What's the approximate
It starts
date?
In 1830.
1830.
And then it ends in 1851, at the time of the Great Exhibition.
Right. Weymouth and Portland seem to have like a hidden history. Do you think that's true?
Yes, I mean, for me, Portland especially has got sort of a mystic era about it, and it's made me feel inspired to write about it. There's so many different stories of the island, and it particularly impressed me.
How long did it take you to write the book? Yes, it's pretty...
It's hard to evaluate, because I started it years and years ago, and I suspect it took probably 2 years, but it was put in a drawer for a long, long time until I retired, and then I wrote the sequel.
As books are, yes,
Yeah.
I know, I'm the same. What did you use? Was it longhand or word processor or a typewriter?
Longhand, yes, I started off in longhand, and then I transcribed it onto a typewriter, or one of these electronic typewriters, and then I got the computer. So yes, that was really it was wonderful to have the computer. It sort of changed everything.
Yeah. It's great to actually get going on a book, because they say that first white page, to put the first page into the computer or the word processor or whatever, is the scariest bit.
Yes.
You know, writing the first word on the first page.
I didn't, to be honest, I didn't find it scary, because I was doing it as a hobby. It was kind of just to see if I could, really. And then when I got the storyline down, I joined a writing circle, and met friends that were like-minded, the writers, and I became very friendly with Margaret Graham, and she was having her first novel published at that time, but she's had 11 to 12 published since. So.
Right. So if people wanted to buy the book, I know they can come to Imagine Books here in Weymouth.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anywhere else they can buy it? Can they go to Amazon or?
Yes, it's available on Amazon as a paperback and as an electronic copy, and it's available on Portland in different places on Portland, like the Lobster Pot and Cars and Celebrations, different sort of venues on Portland.
Right.
And Waterstones.
Have you got a website or anything?
There is it can be contacted through Matador website.
Right. But you personally haven't got a website?
No, I haven't.
Right. If people wanted to buy a signed edition of the book, could they contact you, or would they go through the publishers, or?
I think probably the best way would be to
come down here to Imagine Book.
Yes,
Imagine
to come
Books.
to Imagine Books.
And
yes.
then they will.
I could certainly leave some signed copies at Imagine Books if they wanted me to.
And how much is each copy?
$7.99.
$7.99. All right. I'll put a link to the publishers on the page. Yeah, and
Yes,
any of the
that would be
details that will help you
Yes,
sell the book.
that would be lovely.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks.
very much.